Okay, hopefully this is working. I don't know if the audio is working, so I have to check. I'll put some horses out today. The internet's a little slow for me today, but we shall see. Put some horses out today. That's good. The internet's a little slow for me today. We shall see. Some horses out today. Okay, let's test this microphone. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, let's test this microphone. Sounds like it's working. Okay, so that's that for this test. And I'm going to put some horses out. I've got my remote mic on me here, and it's pretty chilly out. It's about 3 degrees above freezing, so kind of chilly, but a beautiful morning. So I'll be right back. Okay, I got to get a halter and get some horses here. Just a second. It's they're all very expectant as I wander around. Obviously. Okay, I have no idea if the microphone works this far, but I guess you guys will know. Start with down the backs. And get these guys out to goof around. Hopefully something for everybody to enjoy while having a morning coffee or something, if it's still morning for you. It's morning for us here on the west coast of Canada. If anybody's wondering why these barrels are lined up, thanks buddy. It's because we needed a backstop for playing a little bit of baseball. And I'm pitching and Haley's hitting. So without a catcher, well, you know what happens. Next horse. Hello, Lena. You're next. Yes. Okay, big guy, you're next. You guys get to play. So many poops. Okay, come around. Can't get to you. Gracie's getting edgy. I can see it already. I might get her next. She definitely doesn't like to go out last. I don't know. Maybe we'll just practice. We'll grab her last today. It's good practice. I don't mind too much. Later, buddy. Go have fun. These guys are such good fun. Yesterday was crazy. They did so much running around. Just good friends. Okay, Lena, you're next. Come around. Right. And then the horse after Lena will be Ronnie. Gracie's already going back and forth. Let me out of here. I want to kick somebody. Wonder what Gracie does think though. I mean, we anthropomorphize, we put our thoughts on what it appears to be. Bye, Lena. Wait, you got one piece of grass here. Just a second. All right, there you go. You don't need to eat it. Yeah, you're good. Put our thoughts onto these animals as they run around being silly. I think, why do you do that? Human emotions say, whatever. I want to kick somebody. You guys can see Gracie right now. She's back and forth. Oh, staring at me, shaking her head. All right, let's grab the big quarter horse. Hi, Ronnie. You look fantastic today. How's it going, buddy? Are you ready to go kick some butt? Tell the other boys where to go and how to get there. Okay, so Ronnie gets rather excited when Lena's out. He's kind of a little like Gracie. If I put him out first, he doesn't really do much, but if anybody's out before him, he'd like to set the stage, make up for lost time and all that. Stop there. I need to come around. Stop. Thanks. Okay, big guy. There's no running off on me. So we'll get him to put his head down and we'll rub him a little. Now when I take the halter off, I don't want him leading, so I'm just going to keep a hand lightly on him. He's left, so I gotta go get him. So I'll ask him to come over. He doesn't get his roll yet. He knows. He knows a little. Say we're gonna try that again. I know. I need this side of you, and you know it too. So he complies. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm just rehaltering him quietly. If you can catch a horse, well, treat them well when you do. Okay, so we're going to try again. Halter comes off, around the neck, rub, off, hand. Ask him to stay. We'll come around the other side for a second. Thanks, Rones. Now you're free. You can go. Practice, practice, practice. Can't blame him. The boys are playing. I'll be up there with the camera in a bit here. Hi, Lena. Why don't you go tell somebody what to do? Talk to the boys. Okay, let's get some more girls. Let's get the feisty one. Because she's next in line. All right, so Gracie might be a chore. Okay, come here, big monkey. I know, that's hard. All right, haltering's no problem, obviously. Let's get into the arena. So, when it comes to being around horses, the more you've done it, the more you've done like catching, releasing, the better. Experience will go a long ways. So you want to try to take every opportunity you can. Practice, 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 both for you and them. So we'll see here. We've got a tiger on the end of this rope or a kitty cat. A little domesticated house cat. That'll do right there. Hello. Oh, come here. Hello. Good. It's better. All right, halter is coming off. I want to head down. Down more. Down more. Good. Wait. No. We don't go up for halters off. We go down for halters off. Down. Down. So I hear action behind me. I'm just going to take a look. Okay, down for halter off. Never up. Down. Good. Okay, so I don't get the feeling she's going to stick with me, but we may be surprised. So halter's off, hand is on. Different hand is on. Halter's down and out of the way, she can see that. I might give some scratches. I might say, hey, can you just stick with me a little? There we go. Nope. So let's go get her. Now in the past I've chased her down pretty fast, but I'm a little lazy this morning, so I'm just gonna methodically make my way straight to her. Keep trying. Everybody scooted off thanks to Ronnie. So I only get the right side. She's not leaving me, but I've only got the right side of her body, and she'll keep turning and turning. I'll just keep persisting. She says, I don't want to be caught. Yeah, I know. But you can't run off on me, even if you're excited. Good girl. Okay, I got a loose halter on for now, because I don't think she's going to resist coming with me or nothing. I'm going to walk through the boys. Out of the way, boys. Hey, thank you. Goofballs. It's actually a little bit important to walk through other horses when you've got a horse. Essentially establishing a perimeter of the area that's yours. Okay, you want to pay attention a little to me? Hello. Hi, thanks. Okay, off comes the halter, head comes down. Down, down. That's good, but it's not very relaxed. Down a little, down a little. Oh, that's fantastic. Not up, down. Okay, take it easy, because I don't want to chase you down anymore. I want to go get Yoka. So I still got a rope on her. She knows. You see how she was going to leave. So I'll keep trying. It's not her fault. She wants to run off. But as we would refer to it as a high horse, I'm saying stay with me. So I'm going to keep the rope hand on her. She's tense. She's high. It's an uncomfortable situation for everybody. I'm going to tell her I need to groom her. Say you've got some spots. She says I'm not interested. So let's do this again. Some might say she's stubborn. She's not. She's just got a better idea than I have. I'm asking for quiet and she'd like to be loud. So methodically keep asking her to be with me. If she leaves me, it's an indication of no draw. If I don't have enough draw, come here. Thank you. Well, that's my problem. So I have to cheat with a rope. Halters are cheats. If your horse leaves you after you take the halter off, you never had draw in the first place. It's your fault. So it's my job to continue to keep convincing her that she should stay with me for now until I leave. Come back up to the top where we started. You might say, well, how long you got to do this for? Forever. Okay, you big monkey, you want to try again? Come here. It always goes down, down. You can see I've got better halter compliance, so we've been practicing a little. I'm going to ask for this way a little bit. She's prepared to leave. Okay, rope hand comes off. Goodness. Stay with me. I'm going to ask for the nose a little bit better. Just a little bit. And you can kind of tell that her mind is elsewhere. There, that's I got a little bit there. That's a little bit closer. I'm probably going to let her go in a second. I'll face the other way even while I hold. Little nose there. I'm going to ask for a little bit backwards. We'll walk backwards together a little bit. There. And then I'll leave. Is it effective? I sure hope so. She's off, and that's okay. Okay, let's go get Yoka. Ah, Gracie. A perpetual challenge. All right, Yoka, you are next. Hold on. Let's... Oh, it's noisy. Hello. Ready to go? In your big fluffy ears. Come on. Okay, last horse. Yoka's usually pretty good. I don't think I'll have much to really worry about or think about in regards to letting her go. In fact, I'm going to do an on-the-fly release. Boys. If you guys could see the mountains, I can see them here. They're covered in snow. Watch out. Thanks. And yeah, as I said, it's cold, so we're getting higher elevation precipitation. Turns our mountains white. Everybody's staring at me. What are you guys looking at? Looking at me or Yoka? Bye, Ronnie. Hello, Lena. Good girl. Okay, so an on-the-fly release is where we walk, and I'll try to touch. Some horses will actually stop if you cut them going, and I'll just release as I go. And she could choose to come with me or wander off, and that's okay. She's pretty easy that way. And that's it, everybody's out. All right, let's see. Oh, we've got a few people here. Very good. Tina's here. Hello, Tina. And Penny. Hello, Penny. And Henry. Chore. Penny. Me too. Orange zebra. Said something, but it retracted it. Brenda. Hello. Clear this morning. It's starting to cloud over a bit. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Let's bring this down for a dark picture. So let's do that. Sue's here. Hello, Sue. Affinity for engineering. Whew. Wish, but thank you. Like I'm constantly fixing my engineering skills. But I think things are good. You're right. You know, it's pretty good. So, what usually happens? Yesterday was crazy. It's much crazier than today. They went all over the place. Back down again. We shall see. I was having a chit chat at the back there with Mr. Wild. We can probably zoom in a bit. The water fountain is, well, there's a lot of water in the ground, so fountaining, let's put it that way. And since Mr. has found it, he actually is trying to dig a proper hole there, which is not what I want, so I'm not sure how to solve that. Put some barrels out there. A lot. A bit of socialization. Hopefully some feel good, and the boys will be playing. Be a good morning. Kathy's here. Hello, Kathy. Favorite video? Just watching. Gma's here. Good morning. Sort of, I don't know if surgically is the right word, but very specifically goes Laura Luke for some co-groomings. Let's zoom out a little bit. Something like that. Just get a whole picture. It's working properly. Nobody's complained so far. I guess everything's okay. It's quiet. It's a little bit quiet. The internet's itchy. Oh, Martine's out. Yeah, I couldn't like her network. So what can we do about that? The camera to a different location, a little bit higher up, to see if we can get, for some reason, a better internet connection than usual. Usually it's pretty good. So I'll come up a little bit, see if we can catch a little bit more of that wild goodness. Let's see. Something like that. Hopefully that turns out a bit better. Okay. Well, if it gets a bit better, I'll check. Oh, thanks, Henry. Yes, saw your email. I just haven't got back to you. Always appreciate that. Susie's here. Hello, Susie. Orange zebra. Yes, BC has been all over the news. We have had major floods, or a flood, one flood, and it mainly happened in two places have suffered the most. One is not very far from here, down on the flats, and it's where we have a lot of our agriculture, our cows, and our chickens, and production, milk production, some beef production, and Yeah, it has been devastating for some. It's been awful. For the most part, everything drained out within a couple days. Otherwise, most people are back to normal. Things fine, but just not those areas. And then another city, the city of Merritt, which is north of the thing that really was first part of it was the been told to evacuate the whole city. I can't remember how many people live there. Not very many, 4,000. All the same. They're all people who have a what are they looking at? What are the horses looking at? I wonder. Well, if I see anything, I'll let you guys know. But so far, I don't see anything. Probably the neighbor's dog or a deer. Could be a deer. Everybody's going closer. Yeah, but we're fine here. Even when it was raining, it just was okay. Just a lot of water that kept on having to drain away, as my drainage video showed. It's just keeping up on draining the land effectively. All the horses and paddocks. The arena's a little bit washed of sand a bit, but it's not too bad. Yeah. Susie says she misses her life on the ranch of a Hereford and quarter horses. I don't know what a Hereford is. I've heard of it. When was my birthday? It was in November. Penny, yeah, don't worry. Thanks for the birthday wishes, though. Heard from Rue, Ohana, Ruli. Yes, actually, I got to actually get back to Ruli's owner. I forgot she sent me a message about Ruli's feet, asking about, though. I got to get back to her. Yeah, the other two are doing fine. Rue, Ohana are doing great. Ohana is not here. She left a few months ago. Training to pull stuff around. A breed of cattle. Ah, that's right. Yes, not a horse. Cow. It's a cow. Yeah, another year has gone by. I've traveled around the sun one more time. Oh, whatever these guys are looking at, they're gone now. See, so that's what I'm talking about with Yoka. If she goes to anybody, it's usually Luke, but now she's gone to Mr. Wild and had a little chit chat with him. She's an interesting horse, very specific. Tends to kind of wander around on her own until just something. I showed Angus as a teenager. Love your horses. Thanks, Susie. What are these guys looking at? I might have to take a quick wander down that way just to see what's happening, but they've already stopped paying attention to it. See, Ronnie's moving around Mr. Wild there. Usually they play if it's just the boys. It's turning into such a nice day. Look at this. Can I zoom out anymore? Yeah. It's a gorgeous day. We've got some really nice skies. Just take it easy. Yeah, Henry, I guess you missed that one. I think I've said it a couple times, but they are all still staring that direction. I'm just going to I'll zoom you guys out a smidge maybe, so if I'm not back in time. And let's see. And I'll be right back. Let's go see what I can see. I don't know if I can sneak over there. Whatever it is, it's not noisy. It's probably not the dog, 'cause it's not barking. Shouldn't be a human. I would know if my neighbor was out. Gravel's so crunchy, I can't sneak up on anything. Maybe Zeus. probably sneak up on Zeus. All right. On the grass now. It's a lot quieter. Nobody's looking anymore though. Let's see. Oh, Gracie's looking. Where's she looking? She's looking down. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I've got this remote microphone that's supposed to work up to 500 feet. Back on the crunchy gravel. Guess I could check with my other phone. Let's see. Is it working? Oh, it is. Oh. Okay. Yeah, the I don't. Human eye. Of course, horses are there. All right, back I go. The video's constantly cutting out, or the audio's constantly cutting out? If it's audio, well, I'm too far away, I guess. The video should be working now. That sucks. It's such a nice day today. It would have been nice to be able to share the horses. With everybody. Yoka's licking Mr. Wild's back left leg. And he says, yeah, no problem. That's weird. Hi, Lena. What's up? I guess I can come say hello. Hello. Thanks for waiting. Yes, I did want to say hello to you. Well, if the internet keeps cutting out, that sucks. I'm gonna have to just save this for another day. Hopefully we get some more good weather. But it's supposed to rain tomorrow, I think. It's November. November and December usually are pretty wet. And then we'll get into the colder season. And it's still running here. Colder. Where it just kind of gets usually quite clear and dry. But supposedly we're supposed to get a heck of a lot of snow this year, so we'll see what happens. It's always beautiful with the horses when that does happen, so get lots of good video. Let's see. Veronica's here. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Rich. Oh, cut out at the beginning of the new trail. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was too far away. Trees in the way, and the microphone was behind my body. Thanks for letting me know. Now I know how far I can go. Do you have any more boarders coming in at the moment? Or some point? There is a wildie that is hopefully coming through at the beginning of December sometime. That one's been Well, it's a little sketchy due to the roads now, thanks to the flood that happened and knocked out a couple highways that we've got, major highways for that matter. So we'll see what happens, but before that it was about getting some medical tests and trailering. So that one's been on the books for a couple of months now, so we'll see what happens. I'm not counting any chickens before they hatch, and other than that, no, I don't have any boarders that are coming in. I'm not currently actively looking for boarders, so I don't have any bit of advertising out or a word out that there's space for anybody. So in such a case, generally inquiries fall to a bare minimum, and that's all right at the moment. The paddocks need a little bit of a rest here and there. You can't keep horses forever in paddocks. They take a lot of damage from horses, and horses put out a lot of waste. So it's important to rest paddocks, in my opinion, for the land, for the smell, all kinds of things. So not in a rush just at the moment. It's much harder to do boarding, and the other worry is this year is a real concern for hay. So I don't want to be irresponsible and try to take on more than what is sustainable. My hay supplier has given me assurances that supply is fine, but I think that it's a much more responsible decision to say, well, I'm going to hold off for now because I can't hold that much hay, especially with the extra build of the small barn. That has given me an extra probably about 3 tons of space, but 3 tons isn't very much. Maybe, if there were 10 horses here, which is the max, I would burn through 3 tons easily in a month, kind of thing. So yeah, it's not. It's a much better decision to just sit and wait this season. Continue to work on my own horses, which will give me more time and energy to do that. The umbrella's in the way. Let's move the umbrella. I think I can. I don't think it's locked at the bottom. If it's locked at the bottom, then I might just leave it. Move the camera, but there we go. It is not locked at the bottom. So, for anybody that's going to come in, it's going to be training horses, which of course has more business value for one. And of course there is still the idea that I'd like to, let's get that backstop out of the way. I'd like to bring in more wildies to continue to work with them, and I can't do that with boarders here. So, waiting for some good leads on wildies. I haven't really received any in a bit, other than this one that's possibly coming through. We'll see. And then I got my own, which I'm working with still, and getting him better and better each day. So that's a great question, and I guess I haven't talked about it too much, but there's a lot of responsibility when it comes to taking care of other people's animals, in my opinion, and I take it very seriously. I want to be able to provide good quality conditions. I don't want to be a paycheck facility that just says, well, this is good enough. Sorry, your horse isn't very healthy here, or bad food or bad footing, bad environment, inability to properly take care of them, at least from my personal standards and opinion of those standards. Veronica's from Ireland. Hello, Veronica in Ireland. Susie's off to Wales next summer. Cool. Good skiing in BC. Yeah, it's fantastic. Is David okay? Yeah, David's fine. Doesn't bother him. He doesn't live in a floodplain of any sorts. The prospective wildie, is it a mare or stallion? It's a mare. Rebecca's here. Thanks, Rebecca. Everything's going well here. Gma says we are 100%. Cool. Yeah, it's a catch-22, of course. At the same time, with responsibility comes loss of income, obviously, because not filling up the land, so to speak. And so that's just the way it goes. We'll see how the hay supply is. I'm really hoping that everything turns out. And my next hay run is coming pretty soon. Hopefully to really fill up over the next over the winter. Essentially I have to figure out a way to stock up until June of next year. 6 months worth of hay is really difficult, 6 or 7 months. So, but that's the responsibilities we have as businesses and just plain horse owners, and making sure that you can provide enough quality food. There's lots of places that have lots of low quality food. I mean, that was one of the reasons really bounced around a couple times there, is every time they find a place it seemed okay, but then take a look at the hay they provide and say, what is this? You know? So, but funny thing, I actually went up north a little bit not too long ago, and plenty of places that, you know, I mean, horses don't need super high quality food, clearly. So it made me wonder about whether or not the standards should be set so high. I thought about it a bit. But I do think that just for the money, for the, you know, the value of peace of mind as well, knowing that I don't have to worry about any wasted food. The horses don't waste a stitch of this stuff. They're really good. So that's economical. So I think in some respects, you pay a little less, you actually can lose a little more. I mean, if you think about it, if you pay half the price for the same amount of hay, but they waste half of it, you pay double. You know, you pay the same amount as me. In fact, I had that. When I was talking about the alfalfa I picked up a while ago, and some of the bales were awful. I took them back. The guy argued with me a little, and I said, yeah, I understand it's a little cheaper because here and there some moisture made it in and some bits and pieces are no good. I said, I expect that and respect that. I said, but if I take bales that are half garbage and I've paid half the price, well, I'm then paying full price, essentially, because I'm only getting half a bale and I'm paying half the price, rightly so. I said, so I don't want the headache of having to filter out crappy stuff, and the horses will waste it, and then I've got to throw it out, so it's a loss, and I've got to haul it. So it doesn't make any sense. So in the long run, you can actually cheaper hay because they don't eat as much of it, they waste it, and even though initially it seems like a deal, it isn't. High quality hay, all of it gets eaten. It's higher quality, better nutrition, good health for the horse, less vet visits, colic and stomach issues just don't happen. The only time I had a colic issue was Ronnie, this guy here, and that was because I fed him some hay that just didn't agree with him whatsoever. He was fine in the end, but he struggles. He's a little sensitive guy. So it cost me to get some cheaper stuff. Oh, Penny's out. Be back shortly. Taking the dog out. Yes, Henry. She definitely didn't have very good quality hay, and they knew it. They needed to do something, and they did. Hello, Roger. Good to have you here. Let's see. How would you transition from a horse eating hay 2 or 3 times a day to a hay bag that keeps their stomach full all the time? I would just do it. There's no transition required. You just do it. What you really have to think about is how to transition from a horse foraging all day or eating all day to only eating 2, 3 times a day. How do you transition to a system that just is ineffective for a horse, and in fact unhealthy for a horse? Um, I don't know. I don't know how that transition works. Like, what do you do? How do you teach a horse? Look, you're gonna have to eat like a human now. You get 2 to 3 meals a day. Their system doesn't work that way. They're horses. They need to eat, forage, essentially. Their stomach's system just works different. So the transition isn't from a poor eating habit or schedule to a good one. That's the problem. The problem is going the opposite way. And luckily, more and more people are becoming educated and getting out of the ancient culture of 2 flakes in the morning, 2 flakes at night. I had one person come on and they said, "Oh, I gave my horse 1 flake in the morning." And that was, or no, it was 1 flake at night, sorry. And I just thought, what are you talking about? Okay, so horses can survive off of very little. I think that horse was able to kind of mill around in a field during the daytime, so there was something there. But if I'm not there, I shouldn't judge, can't judge. But in a case like this, where it's a controlled environment entirely, yeah, it's a responsibility of the owner or the facility management to make sure that the horses can live a relatively similar lifestyle of eating. Good question. My yard just started on haylage, that is now frosty overnight. Poppy on half hay, half haylage to start with. Do you ever use haylage? I never use haylage. Ever. Out 24/7. Out 24/7 is good. Yeah. Then again, haylage is a different word for many people, but haylage to me usually means like a low quality, super low quality hay. I could be wrong though, so if I'm wrong what haylage is, then I just use second cut, and it's a Timothy, sometimes a Timothy mix, maybe alfalfa, maybe orchard. But in the end, the logistics of it to me is just peace of mind. Quality is good. They eat it all. If they don't eat it all, then you know there's something wrong with it. You check that out. They sure are quiet now, aren't they? Gma says, my poor guy has to live on cubes due to bad teeth. I give him a slow feeder net with fine hay so he can nibble on between meals. Unfortunately, lost wasted. Yes, horses actually struggle with fine hay too, but yes, teeth problems will give you that issue. There are quite a few horses that are living on cubes, mash cubes kind of thing, and yeah, it's a funny thing, isn't it? I mean, if you think about, I remember, I don't know if I was talking to somebody or I was watching something. That's how great my memory is. But it was the topic of keeping horses alive longer than what they would naturally do. Some predator would easily take them out, or they just die of starvation. But we artificially keep them going with smarter choices of food. But it's hard and it's expensive. It's costly buying bags of food. And my horses have never liked a fine hay. They definitely prefer a more coarse but sometimes leafy hay. But they will keep a coarser hay going more than a finer one. They seem to have trouble chewing a finer hay. Yeah. Like it seems like it's the stringiness of it doesn't work well. I don't know. But food is a big topic. And there's a lot of opinions. Um, and sometimes it really just comes down to the horse. What is your horse like? How does your horse feel? How does your horse react? Ronnie's different than, say, Lena. Lena seems to eat everything. She's just like a vacuum. She's not Ronnie though. If any of my horses are a big waster, it's going to be him. He will pick and choose what he nibbles on. And then I guess my second waster might be Gracie, but she's pretty good. She usually cleans up quite nicely. That's a good thing. Luke's great. Never had an issue with him. Sometimes he seems like he has a sensitive tummy, but he gets along just fine in the end. Yeah, so it's up to the horse. It's up to sort of paying attention to that. Why do horses do that? Why did he knock that over? Is he going to do the next one too? It's like, out of my way, Barrel. I'm walking straight here. Funny stuff. It's super quiet with these guys, eh? Haylage is wrapped up straight away as opposed to hay, so it retains much more moisture. Yeah, sounds like the marshmallows we have here. I call them marshmallows. They're wrapped up in these marshmallows, and that's just something I would never. Usually it rots. Usually it's fed to cows, from my understanding, or goats or something. If it's the same thing. But you want dry for long-term storage. Wet just will rot, gets mold and stuff. It's very tasty, judging by the horses. Like all forage, the spike can vary and is prone to going off if not eaten up quickly. Yeah, that's more the thing. I mean, I suppose if it was wrapped and you kept it, you didn't keep it for too long. Yeah. But the decomposing process also causes heat, and heat causes growth of certain things. And so, yeah, if you don't eat it quick, I think it just ends up rotting. And I've seen some where people put out one of those things, and they've cut open the top, and the horse is kind of eating, and you look inside, and there's just a lot of black in there. So that turns me off, So I don't use it, so I don't have a lasting opinion, I suppose, in that regard. Or a direct experience with it. I've never bought it here. I've only seen it at places, and it's never looked good. It's always looked like it's rotting. The horses eat it because they've got nothing else, and so they eat that. How do you keep your hay dry? It lives in a hayloft, and the hayloft is super dry. It's got a little bit of ventilation, but mostly it's dark and dry, and that's the best place to keep hay. And the hay that I get is dry. It comes dry, it stays dry. It doesn't get wet again. So when I have a delivery done, my hay delivery guy knows either he needs to tarp it if it's going to be raining, and he doesn't come on rainy days. It's a little misty or something like that, he'll do that, but he's well aware that if his hay gets wet and you put it away wet, you're going to get rot. And that's just a fact. You can't get away from that. Wet hay rots, period. And when it rots, it creates heat, which then, of course, could give you a possible fire hazard. You don't want that. So, yeah, you get it dry, you hay it dry, bale it dry, stack it dry, deliver it dry, and store it dry. What do wild horses eat in their habitat, especially with the changing seasons? Welcome back, Penny. What do they eat? Well, they eat, when the grass is growing, they eat that. A lot of weeds, little sticks, bark, all kinds of roughage. I mean, don't get me wrong. These horses are pampered. I know it. I'm well aware of it. Should they have more bark and more branches and more rough stuff? Yes, absolutely. So there have been times where I picked up some stuff here and there that's really, really cheap that I know they're going to waste half of it. You just kind of throw it in with them and they can nibble on that. I had some local hay for a little while there, which is fine. They eat most of it, you know, but it certainly wasn't the high quality. And I think, yeah, naturally they get a little bit of the runs for it here and there. I don't worry too much about the runs. I know some people do. But I'd rather stuff going through them than getting stopped up. So if they're drinking more water, that's fine. You know, no problems there. Yoka just keeps licking Mr. Wild's legs. She's constantly just licking his legs back there. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Way at the back there. She is sticking with him. Luke's hassling her on the left, Mr. Wild's on the right, and she's just licking his legs. Weirdo. Just remember I got that habit from Ronnie, yeah. Ronnie is kind of weird like that too, yeah. I wish they'd leave the water fountain alone, because I don't want that dug down anymore. Should stop digging it. The water must taste good, you know. Water that comes from the earth is the tastiest compared to our tap water or something. We got some of the best water on the planet. Our tap water is world class. It's good stuff. Yeah, she's just sticking right next to him, licking his legs. He says, yeah, thanks. Don't forget both sides. Horses, eh? The whole herd is at the back. Not even in the sun, except for Lena and Gracie, but the others are in a little bit of shade there. Uh-oh, Luke's getting in trouble. If you can see that. He's nibbling on her hip, and she says, stop it. I'm busy. So what is happening, right? I mean, does he communicate to her? Like, that's a great idea. Keep doing that. And even so, why would she say, okay, sure, I will? Or she's like, I'm just doing this and don't talk back. And he says, okay. He could walk away. He doesn't. I wish I had answers. Mr. Wild didn't look good when you got him. Was that because of being confined and not fed properly? Yeah. I don't know how confined he was. He wasn't caught for very long, and it was a bit of a rush to go get him because the guy was gonna just sell him off for cheapest price per pound sort of idea. And when I got him, the place he was at was, it's pretty terrible. No good quality water. They looked very average, but she just bit him on the shoulder. Said, don't argue with me. And so, and then, coming from sort of being a feral horse and out on their own, they're not going to get some groomings, and they're not going to get overly high quality food. And he'd just come off of winter time where there's less around. And so naturally he's going to be a little more skinny, unhealthy. So, as I said, partway through here, it's turning into a live stream of horse food, really. But with high quality food that they're going to eat all of, and constant. Yeah, he has very steadily put on hundreds of pounds. Hundreds, no, not hundreds, but at least 100. Yeah, he's way better now. It's getting warmer out. It's nice. Isn't it odd? You know, as much as we like the exciting behaviors of horses, sometimes these quiet ones mean even more. I mean, for a human to be able to just hang out right next to a horse and a horse not tell them to go away or tolerate what they're doing, it's no different than cleaning feet, trimming feet, brushing. That's all Yoka's doing. She's doing some form of grooming. And she says, stay there while I do it. Does he need it? Does he want it? Is he communicated? Yes. See, his head down. What does it mean? How do we replicate? These things are important. Even though it's a heck of a lot of fun having going around so much. There's a lot to learn from just watching. What are the different breeds of all your horses? It says Gale. Chris says 300. 300 pounds on that guy? I don't think so. But at least 100. Wish I'd weighed him. Let's see. What do we got? We got Gracie, who's an Arabian. She's purebred. We've got Mr. Wild, who is nobody knows. Yoka is an Icelandic. Luke, don't know, but he's a rescue. But he came as what was called an appendix, which is a quarter horse and a thoroughbred mix. Sort of doubtful on it, maybe. Lena is an Oldenburg warm blood draft cross. Lena's over here, the white and brown one. And then right up front here is Ronnie, and he is a purebred. Purebred? Is that what we call these? It's not a dog. Quarter horse. When will you get another Wildie? I'm hoping soon. We've got somebody else's Wildie coming in, hopefully, in the beginning of December. I've been keeping my eye open for availability of Wildies. There's a lot of moms and babies that had been coming through, but they go quickly as well. People want the babies, so they get the mom and the baby, and I don't know what happens to the mom, but people generally keep the babies and then grow them up. Babies are a very long-term investment, obviously. Oh man, they sure play hard. A good Thanksgiving, is that coming up for you guys? We had our Thanksgiving last month, so it's long past. Oh, a couple of little kicks there. But yeah, I guess American Thanksgiving is coming up. Keep seeing Good Friday sales going on. These boys are so much fun. I could watch them all day long. Columbus Day. I thought Columbus was banned of some sorts. I thought there was a really big deal about Columbus. And they took down some statues and all kinds of things for that guy. Mr. Wildie does have a distinct head shape. But yeah, I'm definitely keen on trying to figure out how to get another Wildie in here. And continue to work on I guess rescuing them is a good way to put it. Saving them from the meat market or whatever that direction is. Look at Yoka still following him around. She is a persistent one. Yeah, second chance. That's a good way to put it. See, now he's kind of saying, not the fronts, work on the backs. Why she's persisting, I don't know. Here comes Luke. And off they go. Yeah, like I said, these boys are fun. I could just watch them all day long. Some people ask me how I get anything done, and it's a bit of willpower. I'll tell you that. It is fun. It's just enjoyable to see them interact and everything they do. Oh, it's hard to keep them in frame. I'm zoomed in a bit because I know I wander off anyways, and zooming is hard. So I'll see what I can get for you guys. It's really something to experience in person for sure. Henry's off to Iceland maybe one day, he says. See a bunch of Icelandic horses. Yeah, it'd be pretty neat. Especially in their more native environment. Oh, Luke went down a little there. That's a big kick. Yes, I do think Wildy will grow a little more. Val, he's only 4, so he's still got another 3 to 4 years to grow up and out. So he's getting bigger, he's getting stronger, he's getting a little bit, more powerful amongst the herd. Going up the ladder a little. Not a troublemaker too much, but he definitely likes playing. So he'll come up and start something like he did there, and Luke's happy to join in that. He is definitely it's on like Donkey Kong kind of guy. Here comes Yoka again. Little tiny. She says, I'm coming in. Ronnie was going to make his way in from the left, but he went away when Yoka showed up. So yeah, let's see what happens between these 3. Oh, there's a little kick. Yeah, Luke is definitely a bit taller. I think sometimes they go through a little bit of a growth. Whoa, that's a good one. Ronnie's over with Gracie. Lena's on her own. Yeah, another interesting day. Let's see. Poppy. Val has a horse named Poppy, still growing. Little Yoka pops in. Let's continue the grooming session. Stop playing. Luke's going to make his way over. And fight. Here comes Yoka. She's not giving up. And that's something we can learn from horses a lot. Is to be consistent and persistent. Have to persist. That's what I do when I let the horses go. You know, Yoka's not chasing anybody down. She's not running like crazy, but she's persisting. What's she doing with Luke? I guess Yoka's in heat. She's like, what are you doing? Stop biting me. Action required. You guys are going to love this. Look at this little guy. Oh, maybe you'd love it. I like squirrels. Look at them go. He's storing food. And he's gone. And that's your squirrel intermission. Back to the horses. Hopefully the internet connection's been better. Hasn't seemed to cut out. Any red squirrels? We have 2 kinds of squirrels here. We have the European squirrels, which are gray, and they're bigger than our local squirrels, which are black or a dark brown. Nothing that's red. We also have chipmunks. They are super adorable. But nope, no red squirrels here. Look, Gracie just gave Ronnie a kiss. How cute. Mwah, she says. I love you. Uh-oh. Here comes Lena. She's looking for some Kogrumans, I think. And the boy's playing at the back. There is so much to learn and observe. It boggles my mind watching humans with horses, high quality trainers, and they've got to train some Mustang or something like that. And I'm not saying I'm better. I'm just commenting on the difference between horses and humans and horses. And I think, why can't humans get the way that horses are? Like, why can't a horse look at a human? Why can't a horse and a human communicate so smoothly like horses and horses do? How do we get there? How do we get more efficient and faster? Humans takes forever. Some of the things that humans do, whoa, they're all running for something. Yeah, Yuka. And so I watch and observe, and when I now much more than before, when I watch humans with horses, high trainers, well, trainers that have a lot of experience in the area, I watch them, and I think, you're not doing anything horse-like though. You're doing a human-to-horse interaction. Not that I don't, but so I'm not trying to say I'm any better. Gosh, I want to get that really clear. I'm not saying I'm better. I'm not saying I would do it better. I know better. Nothing. I'm saying that when I watch horses, man, they are so good, like these two. Like we're watching now. They know exactly. Look at them make a pass at Ronnie. Ronnie knows. And they have fun and they play. And they're so good at it. I want to be that. Yeah, if I had any goal, it would be that. Which brings me to another topic that I want to make an actual video about. I don't know what they're looking at. There's maybe my neighbors here. Let me take a quick look. Nope. Didn't see anybody. The topic I wanted to make a video about, but I'll discuss briefly here for something to talk about. I watched a video just yesterday. It was a short one on it was an Elon Musk thing, and he was giving a talk about the patents that they have for electric cars, the Tesla cars. And he says they're all open source. He says we have these patents, but we're not hiding these things. It's not a secret about what we do. And the reason is because we want people to innovate as fast as we are, if not faster. It's not to our detriment if another company comes along and does anything that we've done. And I've thought this for a really long time. I thought this a long time ago when I was in Japan and I was teaching tech stuff, design and video and tech stuff on a tutorial site. I made my own tutorial site. So I became sort of, just like I am now, an online teacher, and I did it for free. And in Japan, it's not a thought process that happens often at all, and I didn't like it, so I wanted it to change. So I made them all in Japanese and accessible to everybody. And I got a lot of flack. Like, what are you doing? You're teaching everybody your secrets. And just like Elon Musk gave in his conversation, he puts it so well. He says, anything that I'm going to be putting out there, it's already old. It's already something that I'm probably moving past anyways, and it's good that everybody kind of comes along instead of keeping secrets. And he liked it to, being in a boat, and everybody else is in a boat, and as you're going down the river, you're constantly sort of tossing out little mines to slow down the competition. He says that just doesn't jive with our mission statement kind of idea of how to make the world a better place. And I really liked it. I I'm going to try to put my thoughts together a bit better in the future. But the idea is that material is here for everybody to have, to enjoy, to come up with their own thoughts, to observe and learn from. Free, you know, because that's how we get better as a society. We perpetually just keep on not hiding good information. I really liked it. Whoa, look at that. That's a good one. Luke's off. He's going to go have a fight with somebody who he might be able to win. I think. Anyways, yeah, it's been a thought process in my mind for quite some time. Just keep sharing. Everybody goes along together. It's a good thing. So, okay, we're going on like an hour and a half here. Henry's watching the Mustang playlist. That's cool. Yeah, she was really good studying for me. Penny says, I'll say it, you're better. Oh, thanks, Penny. Appreciate that. Gracie does seem mellow today, doesn't she? We'll go up and give her some scratches pretty soon. I definitely don't want to be, I try not to be, it's not that I'm not, though, so I definitely don't want to say that I don't be judgmental towards other trainers. My instinct is to be like, that's wrong, don't do that. That's not what I do, kind of thing. But I don't want to. I definitely want to be open and know, and not just kind of say, oh, that's wrong, I wouldn't do that, but to say, this is why I wouldn't do it, because I think something would be more effective, and that method appears old. It appears sort of human taught to human rather than horse taught to human. If we were to try to think about training techniques of horse taught to horse, I mean, horses don't ride other horses, so that's kind of a difficult. We have to come up with ideas. Yoga. Luke's not sure what to do. She's got a very clear message to him, but he's not picking up what she's putting down. Oh, there's a little kick. He's like, yeah, I'm out. Oh, it's gonna get her. Bite her in the butt. Look at him. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Get her, Luke. He is rambunctious. See what I mean? Like they're quiet for a bit and then loud. She's gonna kick you, man. Watch it. She's got a cow kick like no other. But she's very precise too. When Ruli was here, she used to tell Ruli what to do. But she would be real precise about it. She never kicked Ruli, despite having many opportunities to do so. She'd have Ruli in the corner, and she'd let her free. And you'd watch. If you watched close, you'd see how accurate she was in making sure Ruli had an escape route and sent her on her way. But she never kicked Ruli. And that level of precision is something that we must pay attention to. Like that just looked playful. This looks like playtime for Yoka a little bit. We need to learn from this. Whoa. Luke backed up after his strike. You know, why? Look out, buddy. This seems like a bad idea. Let's see what happens. Let's watch. Which brings me actually to another topic of an article I saw where people, somebody had written an article like, let your horses play with other horses, blah, blah, blah. Socializing is important. And many people say, well, I don't want to put my horse out because they always get hurt. And so when they don't put their horse out, it's sort of a catch-22 sort of deal. You don't put the horse out, and then they're so pent up and wound up that when they do go out, they do end up kind of hurting themselves and going crazy because they last 46 hours inside. That's a long time. Oh, he almost took one to the shoulder. And he says, that won't do. I'm going to chew on you still. And so regular socialization to relieve that thought process, to have them out, long enough for them to be saying, okay, I'm all done. Can I come in and eat now? I think it's fantastic. I think it's important. And we get to learn so much from it. Everybody wins, including you guys in a live stream. I mean, imagine this. We are living in a world that you are watching something happen on the other side of the planet, maybe, especially for Henry, if you're still here. You're watching something happen literally on the other side of the planet in real time. It's crazy. Okay, where are we? I haven't been looking at comics for a while. Or comments, comics. I do something weird. Whenever I try to call a horse, I nod my head up and down just like they do. Yeah, you could try that. Heat. I believe so as well. Sometimes a nod up and down will mean to go. It'll be a driving activity, a nod up and down. We do have to be cautious of how we use our head and our hands, and it means something to the horses. If you get quiet, reduce your energy, everything. Self-awareness is key. Luke just did a little kick out to Yoka, says, leave me alone for now, we're busy. She still persists, you see. She isn't chasing anybody down, but she's got the lines figured out. That's interesting to me. So same thing. I mean, sometimes I'll chase a horse down because, well, that's what I choose. But like today, putting Gracie out in the beginning there, putting Ronnie out, just get to them, be precise, ask for precision, bring them back, start again. Gracie's tail is active. It certainly is, eh? She's really swinging that thing around a bit. She's got, might have a fly or two around her. It's a little chilly. Might not be too many flies around, but... Oh, there they go. Whoa, Luke got cut off. He lost that one. She's got him in the corner. They're moving. Oop. She skids out, says, stay there, let's play. Here's my butt. He says, I shall bite it. I learn a lot watching Luke, for sure. She's dancing. He says, oh, I'm out. Just a youngster at heart. Really playful. Love that guy. Back to playing. Just a little bit of fencing. And there goes Yoka again. She says, let's play. Get some good exercise. Fantastic mental and physical exercise for these guys. Absolutely wonderful. There's two types of people in this world. People who like this stuff and the other weird people. Oh, Luke got him on the leg there. Get him down. I have a bit of video I want to show. Not here, but in another video. When they were playing the other day, and these two were playing, and they did some really interesting moves that I sort of wanted to talk about. Oh. I think there's a birthday party going on across the road. I can hear some kids screaming out and stuff. Yoko's come back into Luke. She really likes Luke. Somebody asked if she was sweet on Luke. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know any girls that aren't sweet on Luke around here. He gets all the girls. Oh, see, there's a hip movement. Who's going to win the race? Luke won. Around the circle they go. Luke's keeping him on the outside. Oh, he takes the inside route to cut him off. Does it. Succeeds. Does a drive-by. Off they go. Says, come with me. Let's play at the back. Luke says, I'm going to pick on Ronnie a little. Let's break for him. Kind of feels like that, doesn't it? Okay, the referee's got the puck. The girls are just relaxed, especially Lena today. Yesterday they were a lot more active. Today it's just the boys. Well, I do have to do some chores, but I can certainly leave you guys to watch that. Zoom out a little so you can get a wider sort of view of what's going on. And I myself have to get stuff done, but you guys might not have to. And so, hanging out with the horses might be within your abilities. And if it's such a case, I shall leave you to it. Chat amongst yourself, all that kind of good stuff. Rue's doing great. He had to get moved from the place he was at because it was flooding, and he's at an evacuation facility, which is with his buddies. His owner's quite comfortable. She says she's happy he's being taken care of. Marilyn says, how much does a bale of hay cost? Question. I buy it by the ton. Currently, it's close to $600 a ton. It's expensive right now. And let's see. So there's about 16 bales per ton. So each bale is about 120 pounds. So somebody do some math. And but right now it's more expensive than other times, mainly because just hay's going up in price anyways. But with the fires that went on, a lot of people lost their grass that they would have turned into hay, so they had to buy some. So supply and demand as it is. It's a capitalistic world around here. So you pay more because the demand is higher. That's the way it goes. They're having so much fun. Okay, I'll come in and out. I'm going to do some chores and stuff, but I'll be in and out and check in and see how things are going. Maybe. Oh. Yeah, these guys are busy. I might be able to. No, I'm going to keep the camera where it is so far the internet's going to be open. Carla's here. Hello, Carla. Put the one off. Yeah, weird. Sometimes YouTube doesn't send out a notification. Can't help that. Wish I could. So, enjoy the horses a little bit. And again, I'll just pop in here and there. Feel free to cheat chat amongst yourselves. I'll be back. That's better. I was looking in the comments, and I saw somebody say there's a lot of static, and I thought, huh, that's weird. And then I remembered a long time ago I had the same static problem, and I really apologize to everybody for that. But I had the same static problem, and I connected a battery to the phone. And guess what? There was a battery connected to the phone today. It's a little bit low, and I kind of wanted to keep things running. And I'd forgotten. So, despite knowing that it causes a problem, I did it again. Anyhow, if you'd muted it, you probably would have been just as fine, some music on or something. So that solves that. Weird day. Why does that happen? Let's see how much power the phone has. Oh, it's at 100% anyways. All good. Okay, I'm still wandering around doing stuff, but as I said, I'll be popping back in here and there as often as I can as I wander by. What much? Straight to hay for the horses. Yes, BC has been hit with some crappy stuff. Like I said, I think in the other video, the town of Lytton was completely destroyed. In fact, I passed there when I was going up. What is Lena? Lena, what's the deal? Don't have any apples or nothing with me. In fact, I should probably get some. But yeah, the town of Lytton, which I drove past not too long ago, and they had a roadblock going into the city, which is kind of down in a bit of a valley, so you can't really get in there without going through this roadblock. And up top, though, they had a fenced off area with all the burnt cars, and there were at least 40 cars in there, just black husks. It's terrible, terrible to see. So yeah, the town of Lytton took, and then of course the fires all across the forests out in that area, and then now, yeah, the floods. And of course, once you have a fire and all the trees are gone and stuff like that, you're left with dirt. You don't have any trees, you don't have anything that's going to stop the mudslides. And so that just made everything worse. And of course, when the mudslides go flying across the highways and everything, well, it shuts them down. Actually, a few people died. I think they counted 4 or 5 people that died in mudslides. Awful. Really terrible. So yeah, I'm hoping this winter is not going to be super hard on everybody. Oops, almost dropped the phone there. Let's tighten that up a bit. So we'll see. We shall see. But yes, thank you very much, Brenda. Very appreciated. Luke is always biting butts. Certainly is. Lena's starving. Yes, Sloth Republic is here. Hello. Charging a battery produces heat, and that causes static. I don't know what it is. Fuel restrictions. Not that it's being enforced. The police aren't around telling people what to do, and the gas stations aren't reprogramming their systems to accommodate. Just hoping that people will not hoard fuel. And what's the first thing they did? Gas stations sold out across the province because people freaked out and bought as much fuel as they could buy. Humans, eh? Oh, well. Okay, let's let you guys go a little bit longer. I'm going to continue working to solve the static problem. Hopefully it's a little more enjoyable without that. I'll be back. Busy. Well, the horses are pretty darn quiet. Just enjoying some beautiful sun this fun day. Probably zoom out a bit. What do we got on comments? Hard to tell, the sun's right in my eyes. Somebody got kicked? Oh, geez. A bird yelling at my cat. Look, it was probably a crow. It's the only thing I can have come from memory. Oh, 2.5 hours. We've been going for a while. Oh, there's Martina. He is good with birds, isn't she? Yeah, the horses are just taking it easy, watching me do chores. Gracie's just been staring at me in the corner there. Because obviously all the paddocks are over that way, and that's where I'm working, back and forth. Fresh food, fresh shelters, fresh paddocks. So, yeah, it's kind of a peaceful day. Hopefully it's been kind of 2.5 hours is an awfully long live stream. I've lost half of our viewers since I left. That's okay. Should get the rake out and start raking some horses. Little scritchy scratches for everybody. Oh well, let's planes. Yeah, tons of planes today. When the weather's good, people travel, but also a lot of planes and helicopters going back and forth from the evacuation places or places where people are stuck and can't get in and out of. So there's some deliveries of needed items, pharmaceutical items and stuff like that. People are chartering planes to get out of the places that they're at, get back down to the city, all kinds of stuff. I even managed to make myself a nice cup of coffee. Take a short break. A little bit more to do. I'm going to do some horse training today. Such a perfect day to be out and about. Can't stress it enough. This is my type of day. It's cool, but warm. Cool, but warm. How do I explain that? You're in the sun, you're really warm. Otherwise, you can kind of be a little bit cool. And good day for getting work done. It's not too hot. Dry. Horses are quiet now. They'll probably start laying down soon. Just a guess. So quiet. It's cool, but the sunlight doesn't let you freeze. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Wintertime, I mean, because we're quite a ways up from the equator, in wintertime, the sun just sort of makes that path just on the edge of the trees. We've got another month to go before that changes back up towards being higher up. But until then, it just skirts sort of the tops of those trees there. Way up there kind of idea. And so we get this splash of warmth that kind of comes through for a little bit. Lovely, just perfect day. Get to be productive and yet really relaxed. All right, well, I think I'm gonna kind of end things here. I mean, I guess I could kind of leave it going, but well, maybe we will. Until the battery runs out. Why don't we do that? Or until I put them in, I suppose. Yeah. Battery says 68%. So we'll see. Okay, I'll leave you guys here with this. And I'll be back. Oh, can't believe this is still running. I had to deal with a water problem. It took me a long time to get that dealt with. There's a leak in the water line that goes to the house, and so I had to have a valve put in to just check that, make sure, double check that, and because the water bill is almost double what it usually is. To get that sorted. Now we got it sorted. I've discovered I actually have to put a brand new line in. So, yay, fun day for me. But hopefully watching the horses, they don't look like they're doing too much. And yeah, nobody's napping. It's true, yeah. So I think the phone is getting real low. Yeah, better. It's been a long time, but everybody's still here. Appreciate that. Time to bring the horses in and let them go chow down and do their thing, do their horsey thing. And yeah, my next project is digging a brand new water line to the house. The good thing is I know exactly what the problem is, so I figured that out. Today was a troubleshooting day. I had actually forgotten he was coming, so we got that sorted. But yeah, so I'm going to shut this thing down, and it's been 3.5 hours. You guys have been great. Yuno Takahashi is here. Hello. It's peaceful. Yeah, it's really nice. A lot of times just grab a coffee and sit on a barrel or something like that, hang out with the horses. But they're all pretty expectant to come in, so I'm going to do that. And then I've actually got to finish up a few more chores. Busy day. Okay, that's it for now, everybody. Thanks for popping in. Thank you again to Brenda if you're still here. Much appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next one.